Most of the time, there's been a clear, simple answer to our questions in math class, like x equals 4. But sometimes in real life, we know that things are unequal. So how do we show an inequality? We use less than or greater than symbols. In this case, it says 7 is greater than 4. An easy way to remember which direction to point the inequality is that on the inequality symbol, the alligator's mouth opens to the bigger quantity. Or, as some people like to think, the arrow points to the smaller target, like a bullseye. In this case, the alligator opens its mouth to eat the 7 since it is bigger. Or, the arrow points at the 4 since it is smaller. So this statement does not say that x equals to 4. It says that x is greater than or equal to 4. The arrow part means greater, and the line underneath means equals. So this means that x could equal to 4, or it could equal anything greater than 4, like 4.5, or 5, or even 7 million. One thing that is very important with inequalities is that the variable is always written to the left. When we were dealing with an equation, x equals 4 or 4 equals x is really the same thing. But with inequalities, it is very important for good communication that the variable is always on the left. So for the inequality x is greater than or equal to 4, here is what the graph of this looks like on a number line. There's a solid circle sitting right down on the number line. That filled in circle means that it includes that point. And then there is a line with an arrow showing that it includes the 4 and all of the numbers to the right of the 4. The numbers are spaced consistently and are written under the line. Notice also that the red line goes up and then to the right. Sometimes it is hard to see the number line when it is drawn right down on the line, so make sure it is drawn above the line to be clear. Finally, make sure that there are a few numbers to both the left and the right of where you start. In this case, there are 3 numbers to the left of the 4 and many numbers to the right. By the way, the line does not have to be red. Now let's take a look at this inequality. This one says that x is less than negative 6. First of all, we need to be able to tell the difference between greater than and less than. In this case, the alligator has its mouth open to negative 6, which means the negative 6 is bigger, which means the x is smaller, so the x must be less than negative 6. Also, some students like to use the idea that the less than symbol looks kind of like an L when it is less than, but it is like a backwards L when it is greater than. Okay, so we know that this means x is less than negative 6, but this inequality does not have the line underneath the inequality. That line means equal, so the fact that that line is not there means that x cannot be equal to negative 6. It is only less than negative 6. So let's see what this looks like when we graph it on a number line. So on this one, we can see that the circle is open this time. Why is it open? Because this time it does not include the negative 6. The empty circle is the way to show that it is just less than negative 6, not less than or equal to negative 6. The filled in circle in the previous example was how to show that it was not just greater than 4, but greater than or equal to 4. Why does the arrow go left this time? Because that is where there are numbers that are less than negative 6, like negative 7, negative 8, and negative 5,000. Less than goes left, greater goes right. Also notice that the scale, while not going up by 1s this time, is still consistent and is going up by 2s the whole time.